Some of the wealthiest people I know don't seem rich at all, and that's completely intentional. In this video, I'm going to explain why keeping your wealth quiet might be the smartest financial move you can make, even if you're still at the very start of building your wealth from zero. Hey, I'm Jessica, a qualified associate financial planner and best-selling author of Everything But Money. And in the 14 plus years I've been a financial content creator, I've never really shared my financial status. I did a bit in the beginning in my 20s when I was earning hardly any money and was trying to figure things out, so it really wasn't much to share, but I did. But after a few years of blogging about my budget and spending, I decided that I wanted to start keeping the details of my personal finance journey to myself and refocus my content on helping you with your money instead of talking about mine. Now, although there are times where I would love to publicly share a milestone I just crossed with my income or net worth, there are just more reasons for me to keep my wealth quiet. Just to be clear though, when I'm talking about quiet wealth, I'm not talking about being secretive, because I know a lot of people often call out financial influencers for not being transparent with their money, especially if those influencers claim to have a certain level of wealth as proof of their financial expertise or success. And I get it. If you're saying you're a millionaire and are promising people that you can make them a millionaire too, I'm gonna need to see some receipts. I don't do that, but if you do want to know my experience and credentials in the financial field, feel free to check out my LinkedIn. Quiet wealth also doesn't mean not talking about money. I hate that money is still considered a taboo and is still such an awkward and uncomfortable topic to discuss. Talking about money is so important and helpful because that's how you improve your financial literacy and confidence over time. It's how we learn new information from one another and consequently makes money stop feeling like such a big mystery that only the elite know about. With that said, it's also okay to have boundaries about what you want to share and what you want to keep to yourself. For example, I talk about money with strangers in my inbox, my DMs, and in real life all the time without those people ever telling me how much they have in the bank. And honestly, I don't want to know. Don't tell me, please. That's your information. You can have some very fruitful conversations about money without having to disclose your personal numbers. You can also limit your financial conversations to the professionals meant to help you, like your accountant or financial planner. No, what I mean by quiet wealth is being intentional with your money, not performative with it. For instance, I describe loud wealth as communicating to the world that you have wealth through your spending choices, lifestyle, and what you say. Or as I often see, it's communicating with the world the perception of wealth. I'm pretty sure we all know someone who tries to look like they're rich, but we know they're not. They're just putting up a front. For example, and don't judge me, or do, I don't care, but I do love a little reality TV escapism. But if you've been watching the latest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there's a new character on the show who's very much loud wealth. She's always wearing designer clothes and making sure everyone knows that she is. She drives a flashy car, and she is constantly talking about how much money she has and how much money her business makes her. Now, to me and her fellow cast members, it's fairly obvious that her loud wealth is in an effort to show the public, hey, look at me, look at how wealthy and successful I am. Which I get, she's on a reality show that's literally about wealth, but because she's so much louder about it than her castmates, her obvious attempt at garnering attention and validation kind of comes off as insecure and disingenuous. Quiet wealth, on the other hand, is quiet. Instead of see how much money I have, it's I don't need anyone to see how much money I have. The important thing is that I know I have it. And personally, I think that's a much healthier way of looking at money. Not letting what other people think get in the way, because honestly, it's none of their business. Their opinions on your finances are irrelevant and may even distract you from focusing on your journey and financial goals. So let's talk about some of the benefits of keeping your wealth quiet. First, like I mentioned, it can help you focus on your personal finance journey without letting social comparison or tying your net worth to your personal worth get in the way. A saying I love to remind myself and others when it comes to managing your money is eyes on your own paper. You can more effectively achieve your goals when they are the only goals you're focusing on. Whereas if you get into the habit of comparing yourself to others, you end up splitting your focus on your goals and then someone else's that has nothing to do with you. Not only that, research shows that when you focus on your money instead of other people's, you'll become more satisfied with your finances and be overall much happier for it. This is even something I discuss in my book, Everything But Money. Comparison is the thief of joy. So to combat that, focus on you and your money, which is easier to do if you keep your wealth to yourself to avoid public opinion or criticism. Speaking of public opinion, when you keep your wealth quiet, you don't have to provide any explanations for your financial choices or have to live up to anyone else's expectations, be it how you spend, save, or invest. If no one knows how much money you have, then they can't comment or criticize, which in turn gives you a greater sense of personal freedom, but also some emotional safety through financial invisibility. Plus, your opinion should be the only one that matters anyway. And lastly, it can actually be good for your relationships, be it with friends, colleagues, or family. Research also shows that we are happiest when we believe we are in the same income group as the people we surround ourselves with. But if we compare ourselves and find that our income is higher or lower than our peers, it actually lowers our happiness. So just think, if you are being obvious about how much wealth you have, but most of the people you hang out with have less than you, this imbalance can not only negatively affect your happiness, but also the happiness of the people around you, which could in turn harm or sour your relationships due to feelings of unfairness, guilt, or jealousy. In other words, it can be beneficial for you and your peers to assume you're on the same financial level as each other, which is easier to do when you keep your wealth quiet. Now let's talk about the downsides of revealing your wealth. And lifestyle creep is one of the biggest ones. When you're loud with your wealth, it opens you up to people expecting you to have a certain lifestyle to match, even if it's not realistic or sustainable for you. For example, you may be expected to offer to pay for things like dinners out with friends or always being the one to pay for the shared Uber for everyone. And if you don't like confrontation or feel guilt for knowing you do have more than your friends, you may oblige each time it comes up, increasing your cost of living in the process, which you may not have factored into your current budget. It can also open you up to more requests for money from family and friends. Now, if they think you have more money than them, they may jump to the conclusion that you have more money to spare and that you should lend or give it to them. But they may not realize that that money you have is earmarked for a specific purpose, like early retirement. And if you're constantly lending or giving money when asked, well, this may thwart your plans to retire on the timeline that you set. Now, like I already mentioned, sharing how much money you have may shift friend or family dynamics in a negative way. Instead of people just seeing you for you, they may see you for your money and all that entails. I interviewed a number of people for my book, a few from very wealthy families, and let me tell you, money can absolutely ruin relationships. Lastly, if you are vocal about your wealth, if you make a mistake or a shift in your financial situation occurs, which can happen to anyone because of job loss, a poor investment decision, or a relationship breakdown, your downfall is even more amplified. And boy, do people love to see the wealthy fall. There's even a German term for it. Schadenfreude, which means harm joy. There's something cathartic about seeing the downfall of the rich because it provides a sense of justice for one's financial struggles. But the thing is, we all experience some sort of financial setback at some point in our lives. And you can probably agree it's a lot easier to brush yourself off and try to climb back up when you don't have a whole audience watching. So now let me share some easy tips for how to practice quiet wealth. When talking about money, avoid anchoring those conversations on things like income or net worth. Instead, talk about values instead of numbers. Or if you do want to talk about numbers, you can always use an outside example or a hypothetical. Next, make your lifestyle choices intentional, not reactive. I won't lie, I've never felt comfortable wearing clothes with big logos or labels on them. I just don't want that to be the first thing people see when they meet me. I want them to see me first, not the brand that I wear. So I'm intentional with what I wear to express that. With that said, I'm not judging you for your spending choices, not at all. That is not the point of this video. If you like luxury brands and can afford them, go ahead. I don't care. It's really about you buying them for you, not the attention or validation from others. It's really about being intentional and just recognize what your spending choices may say to others, even if that's not your intention. People make assumptions about you based on what they see first, then off what they hear second. So just be aware of what image you're projecting to the world and make sure that you're okay with that. And lastly, remember, your money is your business, no one else's. You don't owe anyone an explanation. They may want one, but it's important to set those boundaries for yourself. It doesn't matter if others don't understand them. So what do you think? Are you into quiet wealth? Completely disagree? Have a different perspective? I would love to know. Put them in the comments, your thoughts. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.